Hi everyone, my name is Shinn Kawasaki. I'm Japanese Korean, born in Hong Kong, and I was raised here, obviously. My company is called 21 Visuals. We are a video production company here in Hong Kong. We help different businesses of different industries come up with explainer videos for their different products and services. I've been doing it for the last 6 years under 21 Visuals, but before that, if you add up all the random times where I've just been shooting and bringing a camera around to different events and filming behind the scenes, and I'd say the experience is probably up to 10 years about now. Yeah, it's something that I've always loved doing. I actually didn't go to school to be a videographer. For me, it was something that I fell in love with during high school, during university. The thing that I loved the most was sport. So for me, I thought if I could get into something related to sport, it would be amazing. And then it was at that time when I was at university, there was this one part of the course that was called Media in Sport, where we were allowed to be partnered up with all the media students, and we had the chance to create a video commercial for a sports product or service. That was one of our tasks. And then I got to experience the whole start to finish of what it means to produce a video, and that's something that really excited me, but I never have thought it would be something that I'd be doing today. And yeah, so hopefully today what I share will be useful to you. So a little bit about my day-to-day. What happens can look a little bit different depending on what I'm working on in terms of project. For me, the biggest challenge is I have to do everything, and that's something that took me quite a lot of time to learn and figure out that there's actually a lot more to the business side of things of being a videographer or a photographer or anything that's to do with creative. Even if you're a designer, it's really something that we don't pay very much attention to when we're learning, because you think it's all about creating something beautiful, which yes, it's true, but there's also a business side of things that really you have to learn while going through that experience yourself. So for me, day-to-day looks like emails, contacting clients, following up, reaching out in terms of new opportunities, managing social media, which I don't do a great job of. So that's the marketing side of things. Then there's also the client relations where you're following up with clients or pitching to clients in terms of a new project. And yeah, so basically all of that plus managing your finances and you're setting your own targets and your own expenses. So for me, I'm a small business. Like, the way I would see it is my personal targets have changed gradually as my personal expenses and my lifestyle needs have changed. So therefore, you would set targets according to what you would be happy to earn for your business. One of the things I'm most proud of is that I started. Like, I got over that fear to get started, to do my own thing. I knew that it was something that I loved doing. I had worked for different startups and different companies who needed videos and needed photos, and I had just continued to shoot and continued to create, but I never thought I would be doing it for myself. And so the thing that I'm most proud of is A, I started, and B, it's been going on for 5 to 6 years now, coming up in April. So yeah, so I would say that's the thing that I'm most proud of. In terms of a project though, there are a lot of projects that I love working on, especially as I said earlier, I love working in anything to do with sports. So working with different sports coaching companies in Hong Kong and producing promo videos for them, working with schools and seeing what different industries are doing and how they operate, and really seeing the different things that people are proud of in terms of bringing into the world. So I think one of the ones that I loved working on was with a company called Asia Pacific Soccer Schools. They're one of the biggest soccer schools in Hong Kong. And yeah, just I think for me is also I believe the way I got that job was also through relationship. I had used to be a coach there. I continued to build on those relationships. I continued to check in over the years and cheered them on from afar. And so, yeah, they eventually reached out when they needed videos. They knew I was doing videos. And then for me, I feel like I'm still enjoying that coaching through making videos. Okay, so some of the tools that I use on a day-to-day for work, it's nothing special. Honestly, other than the editing software where there's a lot of, even your computer, I think a lot of editors now prefer to use Apple. I certainly do, but you know, Windows has plenty of options as well. But I use Final Cut Pro. A lot of people use Adobe Premiere. And for me, it's just been something that was an easy transition from iMovie. And a lot of people sort of look at iMovie and think that's too amateur, I don't need to use it. But my earliest pieces of work actually was edited in iMovie, and it was still good enough for the client at that point when I was starting out. So for me, that was a really important teaching moment for just realizing that it's not really always about just having the right gear and having the best tools in terms of like application, in terms of editing software, but it really is, are you able to meet your client's needs? Other than obviously the editing software for marketing, it's really just social media. We're so lucky that we live in the age of the internet. I think if the internet didn't exist, I wouldn't have a business right now. So it's because of the internet I was able to set up a website. Website is so important. I used to think I had nothing to put on the website, but I think honestly you need to have a point where potential clients can reach out and connect with you. So I didn't have Instagram when I first started. I did have Facebook, but it wasn't as developed as it is today. And it's crazy, it's only been like 6 years, but Instagram and Facebook has developed so much, and it's such a huge tool for businesses now to reach out and connect with not only their current customers, but their potential customers. So it's back to that relationship thing. In terms of everything else, in terms of tools that you could use, honestly guys, it's as simple as going on Google and asking Google what questions that you might have. What tools can I do? What editing tricks and tips do you have? Whatever question that you have, I don't think I've ever been on Google and not found the answer. And for me, that's one thing that I'm not going to tell you that I'm the greatest videographer in the world, because I'm not, but I know I am doing, and I am good enough that I can produce quality videos for clients who need it, right? So it's for you, it's just taking step by step and recognizing that it's about taking that initiative to continue learning. It's not just when you're at school. When you're finished with school, the learning doesn't stop. All that happens now is your learning becomes focused on the things that you want to learn and grow in. So that's the one thing that I would encourage you to do. It's to go on Google, YouTube, amazing. There's so many tutorial videos that even now I'm still learning how to improve my videos, how to grow, how to adjust sound. Sound is something that is something that I think a lot of videographers overlook to begin with. You're thinking about visual quality and everything, but a lot of clients that I work with, they're a lot more forgiving visually, but if the audio is not there, then the quality of the video can suffer. So I would say even pay attention to that and how to get good quality on your audio. Yeah, other than that, I said Instagram, Facebook, email, reach out to people that you potentially want to work with, or even companies that you have an interest with, and just see how you can help, you know, especially if you're starting out. It doesn't hurt to send an email out and just say, hey, I love your company, I love what you guys are doing. I looked on your website and I noticed that your video is either out of date or you don't have a video, and I'd love to help out. Is there anything that I can do to help? And you never know. Sometimes you get an email back and they said, wow, that's really observant of you to spot that. Thanks for reaching out. What can you do for us? And that's how the conversation starts. I still don't do that very well, but honestly, that's something that even right now I'm talking to myself to do more of. I'm just going to share a little bit of roughly what happens from the start to finish of when a client does reach out, or I make a connection point with a client in terms of how to find out what their needs are, and then planning and then setting everything up till shoot and then post-production and then delivering the final video.